morning. Greetings from Maine. My name is Tammy, and I would like to welcome you to SoFly's Unique Boutique. This is a FlossTube channel about cross-stitch, quilting, and whatever else I can get my hands on too. Today is October 24th, 2024, and this is FlossTube number 62. First of all, we're going to go with some finishes. I did two. And it's going to take me a second to find them in this pile. Oh, no, no. Usually I put them in a different spot, but here they go. Did I remember to bring them over? Okay. Hold on one second. Let me go check. This is not starting good today. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So, I have two finishes. All right. The first one is Mini Beach Life. And this one I am making for a friend whose birthday is next month, and she loves the beach. So hopefully, I'll get this all done. I'm just going to do a plain hoop finish, nothing too exciting. And I can safely say, in my sarcastical way, that I have completed a full finish, a full coverage. That's what basically this is. This is just a mini one, a very mini one. I used all the called for colors, and I finished it yesterday. I had a good time doing this. I really did. It was really cute to see it all come together, and it's inspired me to continue to move on with full coverage because I was a little hesitant about it. And then I finished this one for my mother-in-law. This is called Meow Cat. It was actually supposed to be Meow down here in purple. Well, I was going to do it in purple, but yeah. And it may look a little funky with the stripes, but I kind of like it, and hopefully she will too, because she's a major cat lover. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to finish this one yet, but I'll figure out. I did this on a 16 count pink Ada that I got on Amazon. And I used I think it's 53, for the black variant in DMC. And I used a C, either 600 or 603 in Itchwell. And then pink Itchwell. Dark pink, light pink Itchwell. And I think he came out really cute. And my husband likes it, but my husband is more of a cat lover than a dog lover. I'm, on the other hand, am more of a dog lover than a cat. And this mini beach I did on an 18 count parchment, and I'm going to continue, or I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to do a hoop finish, and I think I have enough to put something else on this side. Okay, so those are my finishes, and I'm so excited. The mini beach was finished number 60 for 2024. So I completed my goal 2 months early, and I got my 60 finishes, and I'm just so happy I get those 60 finishes. Granted, a lot of them were smalls, But there were a couple things that, like that cat, my hair and deer, um, that were bigger finishes that I am extremely proud of. So yeah, okay. Oh, I think I might have forgotten something else. Hold on 1 second, please. Oh, I did look for it and I couldn't find it. Sorry about that. But I did work on my Autumn Owl by Pigeon Coop Designs on an 18 count parchment. I also worked on my tribal butterfly, but there was only 59 stitches that got put in, so I did not bring it back. And that is on an Icelandic beige. So, but that's not all. I was looking around on skulking, but I was looking around on Etsy and I was looking specifically for samplers, Quaker samplers. Because if anybody knows me and has been watching this channel for a while, you know I like the Quaker samplers. So I found this one. It's called Halloween, and it may not be a Quaker sampler, but it has quite a few elements in it that, you know, finishes, little finishes. It's called Halloween. This is what it looks like. And this is by ViCrossStitch. It's a V-I, capital V-I, capital C cross, capital S stitch on Etsy. And this is only 123 by 123, and I'm using 18 count, an 18 count gray, a vintage stormy night vintage gray, vintage something that I've had kicking around. It's just a extra half of a piece that I bought. And I'm using Stitching for Sass Ink Under, which is black and purple variegated. And it's very pretty. And I put down 500 stitches. And here's how much I completed. So the border, as you can see, is a little bit on the intricate side. And then this is the spider is complete, and I just want to finish up the back and then do a little bit more border, and then do a little bit more border across here and down here, and then put in some of the spider web. And I think it's coming out really cute. I mean, the floss, well, right now it looks black, but it is black and purple. Oh, you can see a little bit of it in the spider. But it looks really cool. It kind of looks like goes from purple to black, back to purple, black, purple, black. So it kind of looks like stripes. Kind of looks like a self-striping floss, which I like. But it just has that, you get that hit of purple every once in a while. Yeah, actually, the color that they called for was a DMC 803, I think. And yeah, it's okay, but if it's monochrome, I'm gonna do a variegated floss. So there's that one. I started this one yesterday afternoon. I have not worked on it today. And then the one I have been working on, which needs to get finished. Trust me when I say I need to finish this. Is the Sticherhood Salem Cemetery. I love this one. I really do. but I'm doing this on a 25 count, pretty much the same, like vintage Stormy Night as the Halloween. I hate, I don't hate stitching on 25 count. I just find that I have to get into a groove. And if I don't get into the groove, I can't do it. I make way too many mistakes. So, either counting or I didn't go up far enough and just something to that effect. But this is what it looks like. And I love the Sticherhood patterns because this is only 3 colors. I have green and orange and black. And the green is a DMC, the orange is a Classic Colorworks, and the black is Anchor. So, yeah, not very many colors in it. Well, that's why I like the Sticherhood, because she doesn't use a whole heck of a lot of colors in her stuff. Now, I finished this side, so this side is all done. Got the pumpkins, I got the green, put the bat in. I had to put a black right in here, plus I had to redo the green a little bit. I worked this morning on this whole fence. This whole fence is done. I did make one small mistake, but we're going with it. I have to put in a pumpkin here. I have to finish this, and then there's one more stake that I need to put in for the fence. And then I can put, go across here with this one, and then go across here with the top one, because this is the gate, and that's as far as it's going to go. And then there are 3 more tombstones that I need to put in on this side. One says 1692, the other one says RIP, rest in peace, RIP. And then there's a small one that's just kind of like an outline. And then this will be done. Can't wait. I mean, if I'm going to do, 25, 28 count, I think what I want to do is 1 over 1. And then what I can do with that, or 2 over 1 half cross. And those can be for all, my, what do you call it? Full coverage. That way some of my full coverages can be a little bit smaller. So, but there is that. And then I worked on Never Trust the Living, and I don't have a picture of it, so I've got quite a bit of it done. And I'm using Fiberlicious Painted Black Silk, Leo and Roxy Snowy Owl, and 816. And I'm doing this on an 18 count oracle from Picture This Plus, and I have enough to do something else on the other side. And here is Never Trust the Living. I have to finish the word never. There are a couple little curly cues on this side. There's a skull up here with a couple of black curly cues there and a couple of red little spots here and there. But this is Never Trust the Living. This line comes, I think a lot of people have seen Beetlejuice, the original. And the lady who's she helps the Maitlands And one of the things she says is never trust the living. So she gives him a book and well, so there's that. And then this weekend, I decided that I wanted to work on a few older whips. So I did. And they also coincide with the challenges that I'm no longer part of. Because I can't, it's just very hard to do all the stitching that I want to do, plus my own challenge with the Sticherhood and the things I want to do on the whip weekend warrior whips and all that. So I think I'm just going to pick one challenge and go with it. And it'll most likely be the acrostic. Or I could trade off. 1 month do the acrostic, 1 month do the I Spy from Stitching by the Shore with Laura. So I worked on this. It's Knock Knock by the Prairie Schooler. And I used this for the K and pumpkins. So, yeah. And I did take out this top ghost. I frogged it all out. And I'm going to try to do it again. See how far I get. So, yeah. And here's what I did. I put in the pumpkin. I put in the eyes for the owl. I put in the big pot. And then I've got to put like a vine right here and then do a little bit of back stitching. And then over here, I'm going to do the pumpkin, put in the lines, the vines, the owl, the cauldron, a little bit. Luckily for me, this side and this side, they don't have a border, which I like. So it's just down here. I have to be a little bit more careful. Make sure it matches up. So there it is. That's what I did. Okay, and I'm not going in any particular order. Oh, and this is in my Nightmare Before Christmas bag that I made myself where the zipper did not work. So that's why it's for me. Alright, I found this kit a while ago, and I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like the China kits because supposedly, maybe they have stole artwork from somebody. I don't know that to be true, so I don't know. I mean, have I seen this on Etsy? Yes. But the person who put it on Etsy could have stole it from this company. You don't know. Unless you read the description. Sometimes I do, sometimes I didn't. I didn't know anything about copyright until I watched Alara. So now that I do. But that's what it looks like. It's Winter Bear. It's on an 11 count Ada, and I'm using the Ada and everything that came in the kit because it's a stamp kit. And here we are. I did the whole top row, and now I'm going to finish up this section, and then I'm working my way down. And then I'm going to go over this section and work. And then I'm going to get all this brown in first. And then I'll just fill in as I go. And my daughter really likes polar bears. And this is only 76 by 109, so hopefully it won't take too long. But we'll see. But there's that. I'm going to work on some more of that. Alright, the other thing I worked on was Hocus Pocus. So Prairie Schooler was the other P in Pumpkins. Never Trust the Living is the N in Pumpkins. Salem Cemetery is the S in Pumpkins, and that just leaves the I, and I don't know if I'm going to do anything for that or not. I did do some things for the I Spy, but it wasn't anything too exciting. So here is the Hocus Pocus. I don't have the picture right now. But I worked on the owl. As you can see, I got the whole owl's face in. And then I gotta put the words. It says owl tell. And then once I get the owl done, I can come over here and work on this, which is a cat. And then I can go down here and figure out what I did wrong. And if I have to pull it out, I'll just pull it all out. Done it before, do it again. So this is slated as a 2025 finish. And I will talk to you about that in a little bit. Okay, and then I don't have a picture for this one either, but it's a tree with owls in it and border and whole bit. So here's this, and here it is. I'm doing this on an 16 count ledger from ViCrossStitch, and hopefully it fits. But this is from the Sticherhood. It's two colors, black and gray. So I'm using, I think, 310, or it could be, I think it's 310, and I think I'm going to use either Weeks Dye Works Porpoise or Weeks Dye Works Dolphin. Not sure. I think it's Porpoise. And I'm doing this in. So. The owls and no, the tree is gray and then the owls are black. So it'll look pretty cool. Done. Okay, and then this is my focus piece for next month. Because next month is Nevermore November. So we have the Edgar Allan Poe tree by the Tiny Modernist, which I am doing. And I did start it. I did not put the 500 stitches in 100 stitches in it, but I did get over 2. And here it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, I found it. Here it is. I started in the middle. This fabric I dyed myself. It's a pearl gray, red dye pearl gray. And I started right here with the chandelier, which has candles on it. And then this is the second branch here. I'm trying to get that done, and then I'm going to start putting things on the branches, like the spell bottles go on this branch. So, yeah, so we have that. Here's that. Now, here's the one I thought I lost. Did not. This is the Autumn Owl by Pigeon Coop. And I did get 400 stitches on this. Actually, I got some number, and then I had like 499 stitches already, so it just kind of made it an even 800. So here it is. I'm gonna hopefully work on this again this week. Because this is a gift. So I'm trying to get um my gift stitching, at least some of them accomplished. So where is gift? I did not work on my 3 tiers to earn anything for my new start yet, but I will. Probably this week. This is another new start that I have to earn. And what I'm going to do with this one is there's 79 colors. And how much ever the fabric is. And I think the pattern was like between $5 and $10. So I'm going to be working on my Wonderland teacups because that's slow going. And that's something that I'd like to get done this year as well. So, but this is Dragon Love 1. And I love it. And I think this one is going to go on a 25 or 28 count easy guide fabric. Yeah. Because even with 20 count, it would be 21 by 21. And that's with a border. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And if you could hold on one more second, I just have to grab something really quick. Thank you. Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that. Take care of something. So yeah, so let's move on to stash. I have a little bit. I did order a bunch of floss. I ordered this one. This is 92. I got this for the stems for my little embossed pumpkin or the leaves. I kind of thought having different, a variegated green would probably be very nice for that. I got a piece of an 1/18 of a yard of 18 count vintage country mocha. You don't know what that looks like. And then I bought Here in the Woods number 12, the deer, because I have all 3 winter ones now, and I want to do the winter first, because that's the season coming up. I have number 7 of the Snowman Collector Series, the Coachman. Look at him. And then I have the Farmer. This is number 8, I believe. Yes. And then I have the Pirate, and this is number 9. So I just need 10, 11, and 12. I love it. And then I have the October 31st. This is A Time for All Seasons, number 10. This is going to be my Halloween restart. Yep. Halloween start. And I might just dye a piece of fabric for it. Alright. I was thinking this weekend that I needed to be a little bit more proactive about things. Like my plans, my goals, my finishes, so on and so forth. So I revamped all my wheels to make them make a little bit more sense. And then having new starts mixed in with older things. And I also started a list. These are a few They're only 25. So if I get them all done in 2025, awesome for me. If I do more, awesome for me. Am I going to be setting another 60 goal finish? No. And the reason is because a lot of these are bigger. I did a lot of smalls to get those 60 finishes, and I know, but they were also gifts for people. You know, because I make something for every member of my, excuse me, my networking group. So yeah. So there's a few things that are still from 2022, like the dog lessons, the Christmas sampler, because hair and deer is all time. And I do have a replacement, but I'm not starting it until New Year's Eve. I'm going to keep the tradition going. But I hope to get this one done a lot quicker. I have the Addams family from Plum Street. That's John and Abigail. I have the Snort Stack from Plum Street. Judge Not from Plum Street. As you can see, I really like Plum Street samplers. The Tinsel Cross Stitch Pumpkin. That's what that green is for. The September, the March, and the April Quaker. Those I am determined to get done this year. The Geometric Moose and the Geometric Bear, Hocus Pocus from Prairie Schooler, and Knock Knock from Prairie Schooler. And then I'm going to start new ones. The Owl Hollow from the Sticherhood, which may or may not take a long time. The Never Trust, I'm pretty much close done with that, so that'll probably be right up there. And the Addams Family, Morticia and Gomez. The Hawk Moth from Screaming Heart Designs, I want to finish. The Gothic Authors from Lola Crow. The Tribal Butterfly. I just have to figure out. I know where I made my mistake, and I just have to pick out the mistake and then see if I can use salvage some of my stitching to fix it. Okay. The Midwinter Mushroom. Definitely finish. The Family Portrait, which is Mama with Check Stitch. Let me see what I can get done on it. I don't have a lot. That might have to be a 1 to 200 stitch a day project for a while to see what I can get done. Galaxy Flowers. Mandy Parker. She, unbeknownst to her, she and I have a lot in common. Because she bought the Galaxy Flowers in the same colorway I did. And she's starting it at some point. I can't wait to see hers. Sorry, I needed a tea break. The Salem Cemetery. I am bound and determined to get that one done, so it comes off this list. Hopefully, this week, I need to get it done because anyway, the Halloween Child and Alice in Wonderland. She got lost in Wonderland. She fell asleep and got lost. By Little Lizzie Loops on Etsy. Those are just a few. Those are 25 that I want to get finished for 2025. If I do, awesome. If I don't, you know, they might turn into 100 stitches a day until done. I don't know. We shall see. So, also, these are my weekend WIPs. Now, I did not work on the Charlie Butterfly, but you know what? It is what it is. I got 59 stitches, so I did work on some of it. Okay, so next weekend, next Saturday and Sunday, or this coming Saturday and Sunday, I want to work on the geometric box. I don't care how many stitches I get into it. I just want to get it to a spot where an hour a day I can get it finished. And then in November, the first weekend of November, the 2nd and the 3rd, will be dog rolls. The 9th and the 10th of November will be Autumn Provides. Um, I am working on 3 cheers, the 16th and the 17th, and we'll see how much I get done, but I'm going to try to get some work on it before then. The Addams Family from Plum Street will be the 23rd and the 24th of November, and then 11:30 to 12:01 will be the pumpkin, the embossed pumpkin from um, Tinsel Cross Stitch. And then I have a couple things that I want to do. So I'm going to pick out a birthday start, but my birthday isn't until December, so that'll give me plenty of time. I have a couple of ideas, but I'm not quite sure yet. I think I want to do a sampler. But I'm not sure. And then New Year's Eve start is going to be a new Scandinavian sampler. New Year's Day start will be, I don't know, it'll be something. It'll probably be a sampler for good luck again. Yeah, okay. Then I'm going to start 2 gnomes. Now, these are going to be winter gnomes. They're going to be snow gnomes. You know, they're going to have something to do with snow, but they're not going to get started until January. And then on the 21st of December, I'm going to start Winter Cometh, because that is the first day of winter. And then I want to do a Thanksgiving start, a Veterans Day start, and my Halloween start. So I think for December, I'm working on the 12 Days of Christmas, the Christmas Sampler, the Christmas Bears, and Alice in Wonderland. And then we'll work on January and the weekends. So that's that. Now, there were a few things that I did not accomplish on my goals this time. Horror movie, I did not. Thankful, I did not. 3 Cheers, I did not. The Gingerbread, I did not. Mini Beach Life, I finished. Alice in Wonderland, I didn't. We're All Mad, I didn't. Meow Cat, I finished. The Autumn Owl, I worked on. The Polar Bear Kit. Gingerbread, I do. That's the only one I'm putting over. Yeah. I did do the Nevermore. And I did work on the tribal butterfly, no matter how little it was. So, and I started the polar bear kit. And I'm still working on the word ritualistic for my Sticherhood. And gingerbread is part of that because it's got an R in it twice. Let me see, what did I do? Got it in here. Okay. Ritualistic. It's the gingerbread. The R is gingerbread quirky Quaker. When you think about it, quirky, Quaker, gingerbread, 4 R's. For both the T's was Never Trust, so I did 200 of that. Beach Life, I finished, but I did do 100 stitches for Beach Life because of the L in ritualistic. I did 100 stitches on the Autumn Owl, which is, pretty good. The U, I'm going to do Judge Not. And I'm going to do 100 stitches or more on that one. For the eyes, not quite sure yet. I might do Iced Coffee Queen if I can find the pattern. If not, I'll think of something else. And then the Christmas piggy, which I have not done yet. For December, for November, we're doing Nevermore. That's the Stitcher word for November. So if you care to join me, um, I'll put my word in my Facebook group and pick whatever you want. Just 100 stitches for every letter. That's all you got to do. Very simple. So I'm going to do the midwinter. I'm going to do Never Trust for the N in Nevermore. I'm going to do Midwinter Mushroom for the M. And so far, the only other thing I have is Owl Hollow for the O. In December, the word will be ornaments. And in January, it will be resolution. Because you know how we always make New Year New resolutions. Yeah. But I did set a goal for myself today in my meeting. By the end of January, I want to have a Shopify store. Because I think it'll be a little bit better and a little less fees than Etsy. So that is my goal for the rest of this year, is to take a bunch of pictures of things and put them on the computer and then upload it into a Shopify store. So that hopefully will get done. All right, so the only thing I'm keeping is the Quirky Quaker Gingerbread. It's supposed to be very cold here this weekend, so I might just be staying inside. I might go to a craft fair. I don't know. Between this past Thursday and today, I left the house once, and that was today, to go to my meeting. Other than that, I did not leave. I wanted nothing to do with the outside world. Absolutely nothing. I could not deal with the outside world. So anyway, that's a little bit of life, and that'll probably be the only part of life you get today. All right, so I want to finish the gingerbread, and that I will definitely do. Because tomorrow's Friday, so finish Friday. Might as well get on it. Okay, the other thing I want to do is finish 500 stitches in Halloween. Shouldn't take long because I've got almost 300 now. And then finish 500 stitches in poetry. And because I've been thinking about this one, finish 1,000 on Halloween Scroll. Okay, so there's 4 in stone. These 4 will not change until the gingerbread man is finished. The 500 stitches are finished in Halloween. The 500 stitches are finished in the poetry, and the 1,000 stitches are finished in the Halloween Scroll. Okay, now we can spin for the rest. So, alrighty. So we're gonna spin for a small. Ready? So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12. So 2 smalls. Well, we'll see. So there's that one. Okay, so we're going to put 500 stitches in the SV banner, which is Snow Village banner. 500. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Oop. Okay. Whips of the week are 500 stitches. Oh, nope. We don't want to do that one yet. We want to do 100 stitches for 5 days. Okay, and that's got 20 options. Like I said, I revamped this spring owl. I'll have to find that one. I think I know which one we're talking about. Which need some thread. I don't know. We'll see how much. I got enough thread kicking around here. I gotta organize it all. Yeah, okay. Then we're gonna go for Holiday and More, which has 20 options as well. Okay, so Gobble Claws. Since I have some frogging I need to do in Nick, I'll probably be working on Carol. So we're gonna put 300. Oh, by the way, I got a chance to. I found Siski Stitches on Facebook, and I befriended her. And she and I had a chat the other morning because we were both up. Or she was up late and I was up early. Um, and she was talking to me. She was asking. She wanted to know if I had any questions for her, and I'm like, not really. I just wanted to say hello, you know. And then she told me that she was trying to revamp her clue game. Now, if you've not seen her new extra, you really should, because she has definitely revamped her clue game and merged it with uh, not only is it Clue, but it's merged with Harry Potter and uh, that can't remember the other name of the show, but has been merged, and it's merged to come out like if you've ever watched Traders. I watched it for 10 minutes. I was like, no, I'm done. So yeah, yeah. So, uh, yeah, see, I enjoy reading. I enjoy wrestling, believe it or not. I watch wrestling with my daughter all the time. I like movies. Yes. Do I like TV shows? Yes, I do. And I do like Clue. And I actually have thought about doing my own Clue game. But instead of using the characters of Clue, I was going to use characters of something else, which I might just do and have my daughter play with me, kind of. So I don't know yet. So we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, so watch Siski, please. Um, Granted, you have to listen to her very carefully, but she is a very bright lady who comes up with these wonderful ideas on how to keep her stitching from not being boring for her because she does a lot of full coverage. You know, she doesn't do a lot of non full coverage. And then she was asking me how I do my stitches. You know, how do I, you know. So, like with Gobble Claws, you know, we spun the wheel and came up with Gobble Claws, and I thought, okay, I only want to do 300 stitches on that. So, the next time the wheel spins and Gobble Claws comes up, then I'm going to be doing just, you know, 300 stitches. Like this one. The poetry. Okay, a good start for me is 500 stitches. That's why I did it that way. So That's why I'll get the 500 stitches done on this, and then I'm going to put it on one of my wheels, and then every time this comes up, I know that I have to get 500 stitches in it before I can put it away, which means it'll probably be get carried over. Now, at the beginning of the year, I don't want to carry anything over, so it's either I get it done or I don't. And then what'll happen is if I only get, say, 200 stitches on poetry, the next time it comes up, then I have to get 700 because that makes up for the, you know, or 800. So if I only did 200 stitches on poetry when it spins next time and it comes up again in another spin, then I added extra 300 stitches onto that 500. So I get almost 1,000 stitches done because that's the way I want to play it. And it's my own fault for not doing it, so I'm penalizing myself, which is fine. All right, let's continue. Okay, so holidays and more. We are good. So the next one I'm going to spin are the whips of the week, which is 500 stitches given. And they might just stay at 500. So, what are we gonna do? What's this? Summer Quaker. Okay, I know what that one is. That one's gonna be a restart. But Summer Quaker. 500. Oops. 500. So, I've got 4 more. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start back at the beginning. Because I have a couple more other wheels, and I have finishes for 2020, full coverage weekend stitching, which is not going to start until January. So that's going to be my weekend warrior whips for 2025 are going to be full coverage, and they're not going to start until January. So I'm just going to go with what I got. And then the finishes, I showed you the list. It's the same thing that's on here for 2025. And then what to start. We're not going to do any new starts. We'll spin it for like Thanksgiving, Veterans Day, all that. Okay. And then stitch a word, we already know what the rest of the words are going to be for the rest of the year, but we're just going to go with it. So let's do the whips of the week, 500 stitches again. And we have, oh, okay. Silhouettes. We're going to try to get 500 stitches on silhouettes. Hopefully it behaves. Sorry. And then we're going to go down to holidays and more. Actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to go to, hold on. Spring Owl, right? Yes. So that's only going to be 100 stitches. Okay. Now we can go back to holiday. All right. Oop. Holiday and more. Okay, what are we going to get for this one? Pony Bunch! Yay! That's a new start. We have to be a little late, but it's a new start. Oh, and that is from Prairie School. No, no, it's not from Prairie Schooler. Is it in this bag? It is from. Uh, No, I don't have it in here. Thought I did. Oh, there it is. Plum Street Sampler. We have Bony Bunch. This is done on 36 count. That's not going to happen. It's going to be 18. And I think I might have all of these colors, which would be awesome. That is going to be a start. And that is Holidays and More, I think. Yes. So we're going to start him at 400. All right. Now, let's go with 100 stitches a day for 500, or for 5 days. Let's see what we got. Poetry. That's easy enough. I'll just add it right on in there. Poetry. So this is 5 days. This is 100. 5 days. So hopefully I'll get over, 1,000 stitches on poetry. Yeah. Okay. And I have to come up with one for, for the finishes for 2025. That's going to be 100 stitches a day until done. So, and then for the smalls. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons ornament green. Okay, it's about time I started that. Green. And I don't know. We'll go with 200 for now. Okay. Now, that is 12 things. Plus, I've got to try to get some quilting done in between because I have a couple of orders I need to fill. So we're going to try to finish the gingerbread man from the Quirky Quicker. And we're going to finish the 500 stitches in Halloween. And then I'm going to put that on one of my wheels. And then we'll just leave poetry where it is. And that hopefully is going to get the 500 plus another 500. So we'll finish up the first 500 and then add another 500. And then finish the 1,000 on the Halloween swirl, which shouldn't be too major. And then put 500 stitches on the Snow Village banner. The spring owl, I'll have to print that out. And, because that's from Goffin, Goffin design on Etsy. And they had a 4-pack. So you have winter, spring, summer, and fall. So we'll work on the spring owl. Cobble claws. We'll do 300. I'm not going to worry about. I will eventually have to, frog it out, but I'm not going to do that. Worry about that today. The summer Quaker I'm going to redo because I don't like the fabric, number 1, and number 2. I'm not ready to throw with color either. So I think I want to do it with some variegated blue. We'll see. And then the Silla Witches, 500. So, and my weekend stitch is a geometric box. So I don't know how much I'm gonna get on that, but whenever I get on it, I get on it. It's supposed to have 1,000, so we'll see. Geometric. And then I really gotta have a clear head and open my eyes for the geometric there. Let's fox, and we'll say get to 1,000. And then on my word, my Sticherhood, but I do want to work on Autumn Provides a little bit more. So that might put that in there somewhere. Maybe I'll work on that in tandem. Another 500 stitches in it. So at least in the summer refreshes have the same amount, which is, or as close to the same amount as I can get for now. I really need to clean up this chair. Okay, so that's that. Hopefully next week I will have a gift from me to you. We'll see. I hope so. Because I have a really good idea of what I want to do. So I just have to cut it out and stitch it. Sew it. I did absolutely no quilting this week. I really did. I just did not have it in me. I just didn't. So really gotta get my butt in gear because I have another craft fair coming up in November. I might have one before then, or two in November. I don't know yet. We'll see. And then, and I'm trying to figure out a way to do some of my finishes as quilting ideas, like wall hangings or this, that, the other thing. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I'm working on it. There's one in particular. When I get the Salem one done, there's two more. I have Winifred done, but I need to get Mary and Sally done. Mary and Sarah done. Because I want to put the Salem Cemetery together with the Three Witches and then have something else. I think I'm going to do a black cat to be Zachary Banks for, a Hocus Pocus wall hanging. So I have the cemetery because they do go to a cemetery, and that's where Billy whatever is, and then have the three girls, and then have the cat. So I think that's a cute idea. So, and I also want to do a Halloween sampler. Not like bigger than the one that I got going right now. And I want to use, some Halloween gloss. So we'll see. Anyway, so those are some of the ideas I have going through my head right now. So if you want to play Stitch a Word next month with me, the word is Nevermore. I'll put it down in the box below. And I would, excuse me, I would love you to play. I really would. And if you follow me on Instagram, just tag me and show me the stitches that you're doing because I'm interested. I really am. I know Claudia has a bunch of lovely, lovely stitches she's got going on. Most of hers right now are full coverage, but and she did a lot of Halloween littles. I saw those. So, there's that. And if you want to do the one in December as well, the word is ornaments, but we'll deal with that closer to Christmas. Um, Next month is Nevermore November for me. So I'm going to be working on the poetry. I'm going to be working on a raven that says Nevermore underneath it. There's two ravens, same idea. One's small enough to be a pillow, and the other one's a little bit bigger. I'm also going to be doing a portrait of Poe. Plus, whatever gets, I want to do a Thanksgiving start. I have an idea of what I want to do. I want to do a sampler from Tinsel Cross Stitch. Quaker sampler from Quaker. I do Quakers. I don't like the alphabets and all that. That's not me. I like Quaker samplers, which means there's a whole bunch of little elements, like there could be a bat, witch, ghost, owl, raven, crow, Dracula, whatever, or turkey, pig, leaves, pumpkins, that kind of thing. That's what I like. I like the Quakers. I know Laura from Stitching by the Shore, she did an awesome one. From can't remember now. Owl Forest Embroidery. It was called the Black Quaker or Black Sampler or something to that effect. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It took her a year, but she did it. I love the long dog samplers, even though I can't afford them. I love, I love Quakers. Quakers, and more Quakers. As long as they don't have an alphabet on them, I'm all for it. That's just me. That's just me. So that's why I want to do a Thanksgiving Quaker because it's all done in one color. It's monochromatic. It says Happy Thanksgiving, and it's got like leaves and pumpkins and pilgrims and this, that, and the. It's all done in orange. Do I want to do a Quaker all in orange? Not really. Do I want to change the color? I don't know. Maybe I'll add a few other colors to it. Maybe I will do it in the orange and add some yellow. Maybe add some greens and some blues and some browns and blacks and whatnot. I don't know yet. I don't know. But I have not decided that far yet. But I will. And when I do, I'll let you know. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Please be safe. And keep on stitching on, everybody.